Hey guys, how's it going? Jay Sensational here, and welcome back to the channel, where today we're going a little bit old school. Not so far old school, but just going a little bit back into last season, if you guys remembered TF Nami. This is the PNZ version that focuses a lot more on the champions, and it sort of rose into popularity last season, didn't really perform that hot, but I still think it's quite considerably a pretty good deck right now, albeit extremely hard to play. The reason why I think it's okay right now is because we think about Gnar. Let's think a little bit about Gnar. Gnar is sort of like a 4 mana champion that has an impact, and right now a lot of decks just aren't able to deal with it because not a lot of actual decks run direct ways of dealing 3 damage to Gnar. In the same logic, we have Twisted Fate, a champion that has impact on summon and threatens something if it stays around on board. Especially with this deck, we have the opportunity to flip TF on as early as turn 5 if our opponent so chooses to tap under. And especially paired with Nami being able to buff up Twisted Fate, we have this way of supporting Twisted Fate such that he can almost always survive against some decks. The deck itself is a very reminiscent version of the old TF Fizz way back in early January, February of last year, where this deck was just a really big menace in how it really ran out and performed. But what I really love about this deck is just how kind of intricate it is, knowing when to kind of just commit to your level ups, when to commit to your champions, and when you don't really need to, but just use them to get a little bit of value out. It's a deck that really focuses on reactivity, but doesn't have the traditional ways of soft passing or trying to force reactivity from your opponent. I think a really good example of this is just playing a level Nami on board, and then suddenly your opponent has to decide on whether or not they want to kill Nami. But if they kill Nami and just dump all your spells, they spend all their mana to kill Nami, but you spend all of your mana to buff up your board, and then suddenly you have a really threatening board to swing in. Overall, you get to draw a lot of cards, you get to play a lot of spells. Once TF levels up, you have the red card, blue card, gold card going on stack, and it's all this cool things going on. It's definitely a really cool deck that I really personally like to play. It is really, again, complex on deciding when you want to play your cards, because like if you think about an old Nami deck, you just pass, play double trouble on turn 3, and then you have a flip Nami. But with this deck, it's a little bit different, where A, we don't run double trouble, so that traditional line of double pass into double trouble doesn't really exist, and B, we are also running Flash of Brilliance, which allows us to turbo level Nami or catch up from previous turns. This is also why Station Archivist is a really key card in this deck. Not only does it just have a solid body to block, 3 mana, 3/3, that you can play just to block the board, but it also allows us to find really key cards such as Flash of Brilliance. If you find this and you can play it, it's basically a non-fleeting version of Flash. Or if you find Stress Testing, you can leave it fleeting, and then at the end of the turn, it'll discard itself to draw a card. The deck overall just has a lot of these interesting combo cards, but the overall game plan is just buffing up your elusives with Nami and kind of closing the game. You also can buff up Twisted Fate to force him to level up and win the game as well. It's definitely a very intricate deck, one that I also really love playing, that I want to share some games with you guys. So I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. Please subscribe and like the channel for more daily content, but I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out and take care. What the frick? Excuse me? Well, if we don't farm this matchup, we're doing something wrong. The line is still like Nami into TF, because like we can't just leave TF hanging to a Mystic Shot, unless they just completely tap out on turn 4. We have a really nice Nami level up, so we'll try to find Nami with Time Trick on turn 3. Sure. Oh, nice. We're a good player. So this is Nami level. Whoa, we keep getting Hextech Anomaly. It's kind of weird. This is slightly awkward. It's like a turn where I want to keep up TF mana, but it's a little bit awkward. Like once I play TF, I expect it to die, but I don't want to play Nami on like a boardless without a board either. I think I'm just gonna drop Station Archivist here. I don't mind the Portal Cannon, just gives me something to do, gives me the elusives for Nami to start to buff up. So now once I set up the board, I can then play Nami, and then I can play TF. That is overly aggressive, and I do not like from his side. I don't really agree with that play. It's good. So now I can play Nami, and then I can play TF, ideally. I'm a little bit scared about like Thermo on to Nami, so I'll give it one extra turn. This is nice because he can't play Karma either. If he ever taps under 2, it's just jam it. Those cards aren't very good. Actually, really awkward hands. I need to stick Nami this turn, ideally. Now we're just running low on spells to even play. Ooh. I am not a huge fan of my position right now. It's kind of weird. I thought I was doing fine, but all of a sudden, just sort of swung around. If he passes here, we'll take the pass back, I think. Oh, that's perfect. Now there's the turn of stick a Nami. Or worst case scenario, even if we don't stick, we start to at least amass the tempo advantage. This is perfect. Because A, he has to now commit all his mana to Thermo my Nami, and then I get to at least buff up my Daring Poras to a point where at least I'm starting to apply pressure, like even potentially game-winning pressure. And if Nami sticks, I just flip TF. Not good. Okay, maybe like 8-8 stats. Nah. Now I'll just like TF blue card. I'm sort of in on these Poras. It's like his ability to kill these, very, very low. And I'll just start in a TF level up on the side. I need a little bit more value, so I'm just gonna go for a blue card. His ability to like actually deal with these guys is very low. Like Mystic, Mystic, Mystic. And now he's threatened by the TF as well. He's scared that he might need to answer it. Is the plan. Whereas I think the elusives here are the real threat. Burble is a fantastic draw. Ooh, okay. Main deck Sonic Wave. I like going after the Poro from his perspective. That's discardable, I guess. Tapping out there was kind of weird. Like, just gave me a window to flip TF. Unfortunately, that just didn't exist for me. Ooh. It's a lot of value. I'd be passing here because now I'm threatening him to do something otherwise my TF levels. This iterative is insane. Whoa. That's kind of weird. I happy passing here? Because like he needs to answer my TF here, right? It's almost guaranteed to flip next turn if he passes back. Am I scared of Karma coming down? If I flip TF, I don't know if I can be afraid of Karma. Maybe I need to take a shot at Ezreal soon. I want to save burn for face. No sweat. Can you really not kill my TF? Wow, okay. So TF most assuredly levels here. You need to find one draw.
We'll bring peace to Ionia, whatever the cost.
Perfect. And now I'm just gonna start threatening his Karma. Because like red card plus gold card would kill both his champions here, which is absolutely insane. And then I have so much burn that I could just kill him this turn. Like we can just counter kill him on stack. This is Ezreal. Oof. Now I'm gonna threaten his Karma. Another stress. Karma's still gonna be targeted here, unfortunately for him. On a 3, 6, 9 card hand, this would add 3, but it's a -2. And then as long as we save up 6 mana, we can just kill him going face. Oh, okay. Bye, Karma. This is net positive. Whatever. He's just dead on board. We'll kill this and set up an open with the ballistic. Like, killing this is still part of my game plan. Because then he'll be hitting direct damage. Yep. Oh, we need to use this rummage, huh? Oh, we don't need to use it. We'll just take a card it back. Okay. Set up a scary open attack. The rummage back. And we have a... we'll just override it anyways. And now we have a threatening board. These cards kind of suck though. One true. Yep. Fairly standard, fairly simple. Their deck wasn't able to apply a lot of pressure. We were able to sneak a TF through because a lot of our other cards demanded removal. And then we just got through. Okay. Gnar GP. Definitely a lot more pressure than the last matchup. So finding ways to stabilize early on is good. Having a way to kill Gnar is really good, especially because their deck just doesn't run any protection tools. Nami, also phenomenal. This hand is shaping out really well. The question is whether or not I want to play Zonite Urchin. Because I could save it and have the ability to draw off of the bot. But if they don't have a 1-drop here, then we're kind of chilling. Curve is kind of insane. Let's play a Dragon Butcher. It's fine just saying pass. No, right? potentially double Jagged Butcher. Okay. Very happy. So now we've just played bot into Ignition, and then suddenly I have just 2/2/3s. Taking that 2 damage is a little bit unfortunate, but I really want to just up trade it once I had the list. Oh my god, that's even better. It's way better. Because it lets me go wider, and now I even have an attack through these guys. I can be a little bit less mana efficient. In these sort of matchups, leveling Nami is just a whole lot less important. As long as one of the bots survives the next turn, I don't really mind. Most likely wants to set up an attack to level up Gnar. We do have the Get Excited as well. I find this to be a very commanding position. Drew is 1 drop too late. Like, if he drew this on turn 1, and then he open attacks into this on turn 2, all of a sudden, that's just a lot more threatening. So like, even if he blocks into Make It Rains, hits, that's not even that bad for us. Wow, that is incredibly passive. Whoa. That's bizarre to me. Like, that play was just so passive. From this point, or at least just look at this position on turn 3, I think we've won. I also know he doesn't have Gnar, because it would have showed up here. Which means if he develops, we develop, and our development is equally as scary as what he can do. Oh, he did have Gnar. Okay. Let me just get excited that. We're just gonna do it now so that he has worse attacks. It's like now he's forced to attack with this and down trade. Whereas if he attacked with this, I was still gonna get excited it, but he gets a free unit to attack with. Because now he needs to sack his black market merchant in order to get an attack off. Yep. So the question is still, we need to still be able to progress our game plan somehow. And that still relies on slowly eking out this Nami level. So this turn I'm just going to bank this 2 mana for Nami. I could even potentially just play out Nami next turn. And then just have her on board generating me value. I don't mind playing out Nami here.
My people are counting on me.
Because, one, he doesn't have like an actual way to kill Nami. And 2, I can just start buffing random things up here. Nice roll. I'm gonna say I have the rummage for this, so there's no reason to save this. Use it to develop. This 6 shots is not bad draw. I even have an attack this turn to this guy. I think banking 1 is okay. So just do this, have 2/3 attack units, and then ask him if he wants to block. Again, with this deck, I think it's easy for people to just sort of tunnel into only playing Nami when she's leveled, and in most cases that's correct. But against these sort of decks that don't really have the best answer to that, it's definitely fine to just apply a little extra pressure like this. He obviously can't block here. I think that for him is pretty funny. Oh, buddy, what are you doing? No, why would you do that, man? So this does force us to play a spell. We still just bank the 1 mana anyways. Flash flips our Nami. I think that's just good enough. You could take this Shelly and that's equally as fine. I don't know if that's just like short-sightedness from him. If you want to make this, you just block here. We bank this 1, we flip Nami, and then suddenly we just win, right? Suddenly, like, this Ballistic Bot just blocks down everything on board. Pick a card into, like, anything we want. Have the Rummage into the Stress Testing. This is looking very good for us. Like, we can just block Gnar here. Ice Queen.
I will find the moonstone. I
Like, his Gnar just can't attack into this bot, which I think is kind of funny. He obviously gets a pokey stick, which is like, oh man, but he has no attack here, but he's forced to do it anyways. Yep. Fairly simple, right?
I'm proud to call myself
Scouts again. Even want Mystic. Try to find Ballistic Bot and Get Excited. Get Excited is good, obviously, for MF. So ideally, you can just find Ballistic Bot. Currently, do not find Ballistic Bot.
I've never met anyone like you.
Potentially Portal Cannon for a blocker. I don't want to discard anything in my hand though. Like once I get red card down, we just wipe this board anyways.
Nice to meet you. I'm Isla.
A slight change of plans.
Hello, new best friend.
That kind of worked out at least.
I've got this.
So now I can just uptrade if he let us. If I want to trade this down, I just red card next turn. He has exactly Resolve, we cry. So maybe he didn't even need to do that, funnily enough.
Deal me in.
I feel like that was worth it. It's hard to say.
Oh, I've never met anyone like
It's
you.
a really good draw for them.
Wait a minute.
On a sharp sight, buddy. I'll trade a Mystic for a sharp sight here. I don't even mind killing this TF off because then I could red card. I would actually invite a sharp sight here. I'll just trade off TF so I can replay another one. Another thing I think that's important for people to realize is that TF only matters when you're going to level him, but at this point when I've drawn 0 cards, like going for a TF flip is, I don't want to say pointless, but you also have to think about the utility of sacking TF off. I think we don't go for the pick a card this turn, we'll go for it next turn. Interesting. We could actually play Shelly, depending on what he does.
Alright, let's mess some folks up.
Like, TF's safe here. I would have to, like, get excited the Valor instead, but I could also just take, like, trade and then red card his board. It's also interesting to consider. And then I just pick a card. Because it's only 1 out of 9. I'll let this trade happen and then I'll red card a trade off these guys and the Morai Warden.
Never lost a fair game.
And then I'll still pick a card. Oh, he had the resolve. Okay.
For the tribe. My life or theirs.
Doesn't affect me too badly, at least. Having the time to play Fleet Admiral Shelly is probably not realistic. Curious. Nothing to draw for that. Nami's not even flipped.
My people are counting on me. And a long path to get here.
So, like, Nami will at least buff things up so that they don't just We just don't that crumble to fearsome. I think. Stress testing? He developed.
Ride the surging tides. I am the tide color.
I'm hesitant to call that a punish, but definitely felt good for us that he developed there.
Rise with the surf.
And get discarded, I suppose. So now we have fearsome blockers. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, this can't block. You can block the sit there, I guess. Kinda cute.
You're covered.
Why would he do that there? Really interesting.
Ride the surging tides. Move aside, small fry.
If he buffs this, we might just get excited it. We'll see. Because we can still Mystic Shot here. Oh. Interesting. Okay. That's fair. So you can't rally. So we just need to survive this turn. We flip TF.
Please hurry. My people can't wait much longer.
Maybe this looks okay. Just in case it's a sharp sight. We'll lose one buff on a TF, but I think that's okay.
Let the tide carry you.
Like, we have plenty of good trades here anyways. It's not the biggest deal in the world.
Oh, Mirai.
That's so annoying. Oh, that's unfortunate. Might have been a throw to do that exact line. Like, maybe you should just wait till next turn. Or just ditch the get excited. Not quite it. Ooh. That's kind of interesting, because we can kill the Sithir here. What is this? Hmm? That's kind of funny. Now we just completely trade down board, but I should just be ahead in card advantage? Question mark? I think he should have rallied on this one. I gotta kill sit through here and draw a card at least. I even lose his scout token. Kinda interesting spot, huh? We'll just trade down board, but I get to draw a card. Or you earlier. Oh no, I'm gonna die here. Ooh. Not ideal. The sequence of draws has been like really awkward for us. I definitely could have played it better, most likely. Oh, come on, dude. Oh, that's some bull. Oh, the harpoon off of the Mage Seeker. That was some hot bullshit. Should be a fine matchup. We're gonna look for Nami and TF, of course. Nice. And perfect draw here would be like Flash of Brilliance, just so we can realistically spend our mana or try to level up Nami, either way. Okay. So we need to level Nami and then buff TF and then level TF. It's sort of the game plan against these sort of more control decks. Double drawing the burbles is definitely not where I want to be. Ooh, this is real awkward. Like, it might just get exciting here. This is like the kind of awkward parts where I'm ultimately not completely sure what I should be doing. I feel like I want to spend 3 mana, but I don't want to use the rummage. Here I just get excited burble. That doesn't seem the best. But with this hand, it's just super awkward, and I need to progress my Nami at the very least. It's just kind of bizarre. Maybe I could just like Poro Cannon, play to Poro. Ballistic Bot is actually really good here. I don't want to let him play Trundle though. Ballistic Bot was like 1 turn too late, or maybe even 2. If I had Ballistic Bot a little bit earlier, I feel a lot better. So right now I still don't have a way of leveling Nami this turn. But I don't want to just blue card either. Yeah, definitely a little bit of an awkward spot. We had a pretty okay hand, but kind of just sort of devolved into this, which definitely isn't ideal at all. Second Ballistic Bot. I think this is okay. Because now we have a good way of flipping Nami. We just play 2 Ignition. Okay. I did tap under TF, but again, it's just sort of hard to just play TF out here. This game could have turned out a little bit better than this exact position if I had like one of these earlier. But I think this is still kind of fine. We'll see. It's like we gotta go Nami this turn, maybe. If he taps anywhere under 6 mana, I can just jam Nami. Even these ballistic bots are gonna scale quite a decent amount. Potentially want to get down a Poro. It's like I would love to buff my TF at the end of the day, right? The scary part is he can just play Field Rush next turn. I need to kill him right now. It's kind of funny. Like if he plays Field Rush, so he can't Vengeance this turn and play Field Rush the next turn, which makes me want to just play out the Nami. Like if I can just slow down his Field Rush by 1 turn, I think that's worth. It just sucks that we're in this position. Double ramp into from his side and then not much from our side is definitely a little bit not exactly the spot where we want to be. I need to get these elusives out. I mean, these ballistic bots though, kind of looking pretty beefy. Ricochet. I think even funnier, it's a Hextech anomaly, which could matter. Okay. There's just no way we can get him to tap under Field Rush this turn. Good news is we at least have TF Gold card, and maybe we just don't die. then maybe you can just win on the off swing. So that's the overall game plan for now. So we'll let him play Field Rush, but then at least we have Gold card. And then we can chump off with some health and then stabilize and swing back with elusives. It's like, these guys don't matter. We're gonna lose to Atrocity, I guess. It's kind of tough. We'll see. Hopefully we get in a health board state where we don't just lose to Atrocity. Wait. Is that... No, I have too many dinky units, unfortunately. I was so close to being good. Unfortunate part is I stun Tryndamere.
Never lost a fair game.
I could get like a mini morph or something, or like a vengeance out of this, maybe. We'll see. We need to survive from this plus Atrocity. It's gonna be a little bit of an ask. Only +2, interesting. These definitely have the most health. Can we just kill both of these guys? No. Unrealistic. Killing Trundle here doesn't matter, doesn't beat Atrocity. I think we just lose Atrocity, we just pray doesn't have it. Because like, he can always just Atrocity Tryndamere, rather he should Atrocity Tryndamere. So we just don't care about Atrocity then. Kinda sucks. We just pray doesn't have it, and we pray that we just win. So we'll just play out all our spells here. No real point rummaging right now. This is just much better output.
Let the tide carry you.
It sucks, because generally this is a really good matchup, but our opening hand was just a little awkward for sure. Not quite.
Let the tide carry you.
I know I don't have any burn spells there, so drawing the rummage probably doesn't do anything. This can maybe find something playable. It is playable, funnily enough, but not really in the sense I need it to be. Honestly, like, he just Vengeance is an elusive and we still lose. It's really awkward. We just don't have any extra, also applies Atrocity. New spell. Again. Because we know we don't have any burn. That's really awkward. Can't even level TF and just die to the attack. It kind of sucks. We just need to survive next turn. So we draw into the pick a card. We know he doesn't have Atrocity at the very least. So we draw the pick a card here. Hopefully. Okay, so we don't level TF and we can't win. Alright. Yeah, I usually favor matchup, but they just drew double Catalyst. Whew, that ramp really sped up their game plan. And we were just a little slow on ours.